Tanya, almost 83% of New South Wales residents are opposed to these plans. Are you surprised?
No, I'm not surprised, because I think most people out there are morally good and understand that this bill and what's being proposed here is so extreme and so insidious. This is about 20 pieces of legislation are being impacted by what's being proposed here by Greenwich. Look, Greenwich just lives in a bubble, and anyone supporting this legislation really doesn't understand that the people of New South Wales will not tolerate these type of changes. The idea that you can allow somebody to, at whim, change their gender ID by filling out a form and paying a small fee is preposterous. There are profound further impacts. It impacts women's rights, it impacts children's rights, there are issues around protection, and it opens up a whole floodgate of other issues.
Yes.
Even if you don't want to look at this from a moral standpoint, let's look at this from an economic or bureaucratic point. The idea that you can change your form here, how's that going to impact your licence? What about your patient records at a hospital?
Absolutely, exactly.
What about everything else that it impacts? You know, this is a ridiculous proposal by Greenwich. And what's really troubling is that the Labor Party is actually entertaining it. It's sent this bill into a parliamentary committee. They're actually considering it. That's what's really concerning for me. And I want to say a message to the Premier. The Premier, you're a family man, you've got 3 kids. You certainly don't want to see your own children accessing puberty blockers or hormonal sex change medication without your consent or your knowledge. Why would you propose that for any other family? This really needs to be knocked back ASAP.
Absolutely.
It is an extreme bit of legislation. This is like a horror flick gone wrong.
Where does it end? I mean, this is the problem.